people who respect banning stock trading in Congress, and we should not waste time. I would note that Speaker Johnson has said that he supports banning trading of stocks among members of Congress. President Trump has said he supports it. Secretary Bessent has said that he supports it. We're going to get a vote on this. This is a non-debatable proposition.
Those of us who support banning stock trading in Congress are very vocal in our position.
Well, it's finally happening after years of failed attempts to stop Congress from insider trading. President Trump has found a loophole to end this blatant corruption once and for all. And it could happen literally in just a couple of weeks. A new proposal, one with broad bipartisan support, if you can believe it, has been introduced to ban members of Congress from trading stocks. Now, Trump shared a video of freshman Congressman Anna Paulina Luna alongside half a dozen other lawmakers calling out fellow members of Congress for becoming rich off the backs of the American taxpayer and using privileged information to game the stock market. Now, we've heard this before, but this time it looks like it's really different. They've got a secret weapon, a little known procedural loophole, which allows them to bypass congressional leadership and force a vote on the floor. This is the closest thing we've ever come to a real ban on stock trading in Congress. And the ramifications, this could be absolutely massive. And according to my expert, this has a real chance of passing. Well, joining me to break it all down for us is my good friend and insider trading expert, Ross Givens. Ross has been following this story for years. He's a 20-year market veteran, and he's also hosting a free training event this Thursday, September 25th at 3 p.m. Eastern, where he's going to teach you how to follow the real insiders and potentially profit right alongside them. You do not want to miss this. Be sure to click on the link in the description below to sign up. Ross, thanks for being back with us. Great to see you again, my friend.
Hey, always good to see you, Dr. Steve.
It's always good seeing you. All right, so this is exciting. When this came across my desk, I was like, all right, this is awesome. So I don't know how many times, I think we were talking about it. You've been on this channel dozens of times now. We've talked about this ad nauseum before. Several bills have been introduced over the years to ban stock trading in Congress. Most recently, you told me about this, was the Pelosi Act, right? Introduced by Senator Josh Hawley, named aptly, of course, after the most infamous insider trader in Congress. But they never seem to pass. So, Ross, what's different this time?
Well, it is a very creative approach. I mean, like you said, they are exploiting a procedural loophole that would let them force a quick vote. So what they need, 218 signatures. So half the House, they get half the people to sign their petition. And if they get that, they can sidestep leadership. They can push this straight to the floor for a vote. And this is very different from what we've seen in the past. So typically, Congress does what it does when it does not want to pass something. Right. And you know this trick all too well, Dr. Steve. They bundle it with some toxic piece of garbage legislation that nobody's going to vote for. Right. So it's like, oh, you want to ban stock trading? Okay, let's attach it to that bill that makes murder legal, or gives free sex changes to Ethiopian Orpians, right? So, and they know no one's going to vote for it, and they just did this.
Well, I know a few Democrats that'll vote for the Ethiopian one, but
sadly, you're right. But well, you saw they did this with the Epstein files, right? We've seen all these headlines all week about almost every Republican voted against releasing them. The truth is that old Chucky Schumer attached that measure to the National Defense Authorization Act of 2026. So the average citizen like myself would say, what do the Epstein files have to do with national defense acts? Nothing. But you have to vote yes on both of them. And so they pull that crap so they can say, see, Republicans are hiding something. It's nonsense, but this is what they've typically done with these trading bans.
Right. So you're saying that even though there have been bills to ban Congress from trading stocks, they've never been able to vote on just that one single issue.
Exactly. Yeah. And there might have been one. I remember one years ago that somehow did get to a vote, and that's when Pelosi was still Speaker of the House.
Right.
That crypt keeper, she calls a vote on the thing at like midnight on New Year's Eve or something. Nobody shows up to vote.
Yeah.
But yes, this one is different. Okay, members of Congress, and this is why I think has a chance. Members of Congress, if they can pull this off, would have to stand up, cast their vote on record publicly on this one singular issue. So those who vote no, come election time, would have to explain themselves. And this one, there's nothing to hide behind. And as you know, with your viewers, voters are fed up with
Yeah.
insider trading.
Yeah.
87%
Overwhelmingly.
of Republicans, right? 88% of Democrats, basically everyone supports this ban.
Yeah.
And so, as I've talked to you before about, you said, Ross, what would it take? And I always said, I think it would take them losing re-election. And if they got this, voting no could cost them re-election. That's, at least from what it looks to me, the only thing most of them really care about.
Oh, I absolutely. I mean, I agree absolutely. And we've got Trump behind it. He's fully
Yeah.
supporting it. I mean, just last month he was in the Oval Office, basically trolling Nancy Pelosi, calling for an investigation on her. You know, he said she's got the highest returns in the history of Wall Street, and it absolutely. I mean, it just absolutely reeks of corruption.
It does. And he's not wrong. It's true. She does have some of the highest returns in history of Wall Street. I mean, she's been the poster child for insider trading in D.C. She's made $300 million on very suspiciously well-timed investments. And, people are always surprised when I talk about this, not that they're doing it, but that you can follow their trades, right?
Right.
The only silver lining, the only reason we're in business is they have to report this stuff. There's a public record that anyone can access online every time they buy a stock. I pulled this one. This is Nancy's latest trade. This is her trade from July. And if you look there, this is her the official disclosure on the House website. It shows that she converted call options to buy 20,000 shares of Broadcom. So around a $2 million buy. That was 3 months ago. The stock's already up over 50%.
Dang.
Right? And so you can follow along, whether you put 1,000 in, 100,000 in, 1 million in, 50% in 3 months is 50% in 3 months.
Right.
That AI stock she bought in January went up 100% the first month. And so anyone can follow along with this stuff. So that's why we do those training events. It's good timing. Got one this Thursday. It's free. I show people everything. But if you guys are interested, click that link below, put in your email. It'll blow your mind. And because, Pelosi's not alone. Right? Democrats, Republicans, they've all been crushing Wall Street for years. They've consistently beat even the best hedge fund managers in the world. I've shown this to you before, Dr. Steve, but some of your viewers may not have seen it. These were some of their returns last year. These are individual members of Congress just in 2024. Look at those numbers.
Yeah, it's insane.
Right? I mean, look, I've marked Warren Buffett for reference. He's down there at the bottom. Okay. I mean, 149%. Debbie Schultz. Schultz.
Oh my gosh.
Made 142%. Schultz has a degree in political science from the University of Florida. What, excuse my French, in the hell does she know about stocks?
Yes.
Yet she beat every professional hedge fund on Wall Street last year. How is that possible?
Right.
She cheats. And this is one of the stocks. This is Viasat. Look at that. Got in at $10 a share. 9 months later, it's at 32. Tripled her money. 9 months. Now, I'm sure it is a total coincidence that this company is a military contractor for the Department of Defense. Totally coincidental that Debbie Schultz sits on the House Appropriations Committee, that she's the ranking member for the subcommittee on military construction. Nothing to see there. Just a coincidence. But, Congress, listen, they've been treating the stock market like their personal ATM machine for decades. Pelosi's the most famous. She's the most fun to poke fun at. It's the most obvious, but she's not the only one. There are Debbie Schultzes all over the DC swamp.
Yeah. It's a business model. Some people. It is. It's some people going to. Some people start businesses. Some people go into the corporate world. Some people go into government. It's all for the same purpose: is to make tons of cash. Unfortunately, off of taxpayers in the latter option there. So all right. My blood always boils when I chat with
I
you.
know, I always
It's
make you angry, Dr. Steve. I don't mean
yeah,
to.
but it's so cool though because you do turn the lemons into lemonade because you're showing all these wonderful patriots how they can piggyback off of this and profit themselves, which I
Sure.
love. But let's get to the brass tacks of this. Can this pass? Because we've seen other versions of this; they've all failed. Do you think this one is the one?
Listen, there's a chance, right? We've seen far crazier things happen this year. Is this the one? Personally, just me, and maybe I'm cynical, I wouldn't bet on it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you've got lawmakers making millions of dollars trading these companies that they're regulating. They're not going to cut off their own gravy train. They're not going to fill in their honey hole. Maybe, listen, if all the stars align, Trump gets behind it, it gets a ton of publicity, nothing else is in the news, they're forced, maybe it passes. But even if it does, it's not going to affect our strategy all that
Right.
much.
Well, that's so interesting you point that out because I mean, what Congress is doing is in many ways just kind of a model of the larger approach that you guys you take because you
Yes.
don't just follow Congress. You follow the real insiders, the ones who are whispering in Congress's ear, the corporate guys, right? Like the
Yeah.
CEOs. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, if Debbie Schultz is knocking out these kind of numbers with her poli sci degree on the Hill, imagine what the CEO of a Fortune 500 company can do, who is in that company, who knows, right? And if you look at, and we've been doing this since 2017, so I got enough data to look at, all of our biggest wins have come from tracking these corporate CEOs, right? So can you see when Pelosi and those trade? Yeah, but you can also see when the chief executive officer of a company buys. You can see when the CFO buys. You can see when the board members. This week we heard Elon Musk put $1 billion into Tesla. You could have seen that live and the stock shoots up, right?
Right.
And,
Right.
and, and you know, unlike Congress, these are reported almost immediately. They have
Right.
like 48 hours to report
Right.
it.
Right.
So usually you see it like the next day. And on top of that, they've got to hold it for 6 months. So like they're not just doing this willy-nilly and shaking the stock around. Like these are not random trades. These are high conviction buys with their own money at the companies they run. And they can, you know, they can lead to big moves.
So these aren't in other words, these are not guesses. This is
Right.
not trial and error on their part. These are real money bets by people who know the business inside and out.
That's right. And listen, for every Pelosi, there's 3 other dum-dums in Congress that probably couldn't trade their way out of a paper bag. But you don't get in the C-suite of the Fortune 100 without knowing a thing or two about investments in the market, your company, equity valuations, and they just know more than us, right? So they have all when you see them all piling their own money into their own stock in their own account, when you see it from half the board of directors, all the C-suite guys, they're doing it for the first time in 2, 3, 5 years. Like it is usually a sign that something big is coming for a
Right.
pharmaceutical company. That might be a positive drug trial. It could be an earnings beat, an AI breakthrough, a buyout offer. I mean, you name it.
Yeah, something's coming and they know it. We don't, but they do, right?
Exactly.
And you've had some I know you and I've been together now for a couple of years. You've had some really incredible results with this strategy.
We have, yeah. I mean, listen, and I don't, you know what? I don't think this is braggadocious because I give myself zero credit. This is not because Ross Givens is a stock whisperer. It's because I know where to look. We've beaten the market every year since 2017, just following these trades. So when the guys running the company or governing the country or however, you know, whatever pool you look from, when they start buying, we follow along. It is that simple.
Yeah.
And we've booked gains as high as 1,900% doing this.
Dang. Sounds like trading like Pelosi. You guys are pretty good there, huh? I like
I
that.
mean, you know, it's
But
just follow the leader.
ethically and legally, that's right. Nobody's bribing you. That's the
Well, that's
beautiful
right.
part of it. Yeah, gang. I mean, just imagine being able to see exactly what these insiders are doing and just following along. This is exactly what Ross is going to show you in his free online training. It's this Thursday, September 25th.
Yep.
At 3 p.m. Eastern. The link is below. You don't want to miss this. Ross, this feels like the closest thing to a legal cheat sheet investors can get.
Essentially, it is, right? I mean, listen, and this is, you can spend your life studying financial statements and chasing rumors and all the things, or you can follow the people running the company. So who has better information?
Right.
Me and you at home looking through the same thing everyone else does, or the CEO in the boardroom negotiating the deal? Right? It's just common sense. And all this is public information. There's nothing illegal, unethical about it. It is hiding in plain sight. You just need to know where to find it, how to interpret it. So that's what I'm going to teach at the event this Thursday, and I hope everyone comes. I should also mention, even if you can't come live, be sure to register for that. We are going to send out the research on our most recent pick. So we're going to send you a full stock pick, all the research. And usually when people see this, when you see what information is available to you, it is extremely eye-opening. So I encourage you to do that, even if you're busy on Thursday.
Yeah, nothing to lose, as it were. It's a win-win. So again, click the link below in this video to register. It really is your chance to learn how to follow Pelosi and other insiders, but completely legally and ethically. The event is free, as they always are. It's online. You can enjoy it from the comfort of your own couch, but seats are limited, and they do fill up fast. I've seen Ross's free webinars fill up incredibly fast, like within 12 hours. So don't wait. Be sure to sign up right now. Thursday, September 25th, 3 p.m. Eastern. Just click the link below, get signed up, and we'll see you guys there. All right, Ross, we'll be following this this, what is it? It's not a bill. I guess it's a measure, what have you. But
yeah, they call it a measure. I don't even know what you refer to it as.
But hopefully hopefully we're going to see something come of this. But thank you for bringing us inside, right within our radar. But really appreciate it. Thanks, Ross.
Hey, always good to see you, Dr. Steve. Keep up the great work, man.
You too, man.